investors, Muzzy here. Today I'm going to be talking about a 30-year mortgage as opposed to a 15-year mortgage. If you enjoy this kind of content as well as other personal finance or stock market related content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Now there's a man who initially influenced my investing philosophy more than any other investor, and that's Dave Ramsey. Now there's a lot that him and I see eye to eye on, but there's also quite a few topics we disagree on, like getting a 15-year mortgage as opposed to a 30-year mortgage. On the surface, it seems to be a lot smarter to pay the house off sooner and pay far less money in interest, but let's take a real-world example and then discuss which option would be a better financial in the long run. Qualifying for a pre-Rona loan on a $100,000 house, the average interest rate for a 15-year mortgage would be 4.375%, and you'd end up paying $791 a month. 15 years later, the house would be paid off, and you would have paid $42,333 in interest. Now, the average interest rate for a 30-year mortgage would be 5%, and if we took that same $100,000 house on this plan, you'd be paying $536 a month. And after 30 years, the house would be paid off, and you'd end up paying $93,000 in interest. Now you're probably about to click off. Why the heck would you pay over double in interest and make the loan last 15 years longer? Here's what I figured out. If you paid the house off after 15 years and took the house payment and used that to invest and got a 7% rate of return on your investment every year, after 30 years you'd have a paid off house and $244,000 in the stock market, which is pretty stinking cozy. However, in example 2 with a 30-year mortgage, you're saving $255 every month. If you took that and invested from day one, after 30 years, you'd have a paid-off house and $313,670 invested. So even though you paid $50,667 more with a 30-year mortgage, you actually end up with almost $70,000 more in the long run with the same 7% rate of return. This means over 30 years, you end up with a paid-off house and $19,000 more after we subtract the losses from the increased interest rate. And I haven't even mentioned inflation. We know that historically the US dollar decreases in value about 3% every year. This means that with a 30-year mortgage, the payments, even after the property value has increased, are in today's dollars. This means that although it's the same amount, these dollars have decreased about 45% in purchasing power than they had when you closed in on the property. So my overall review of Dave Ramsey's 15-year mortgage plan is that it is good basic advice for people who have no overall long-term investing strategy. However, if you're intentional in making your money work for you, I believe that the 30-year mortgage is the way to go. Thanks for checking in today, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely. Until next time, peace.